What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back with another one. Guys, the Lakers really literally just got demolished and destroyed by I can't believe it, man. I can't believe I'm making this video right now. We got destroyed by the Utah Jazz, a tanking squadron that really shouldn't even have been in the ball game. Lakers came out here and laid an egg instantly from the beginning of the game. Oh my God, we got a lot to talk about. 131 to 119. And I'm losing my stuff because it's like we do this every year right before All-Star break. We did it last year, probably the year before that. I have to go back further and check. We lay an egg prematurely. 131 to the Utah Jazz. I knew we were in trouble after the first half, okay? The first half was ugly. We gave up 33 points in the first quarter, 31 points in the second quarter. Then we came out in the third quarter worse. We came out and gave up 40 points. Jackson Hayes gets injured with the facial contusion or whatever. And it's like, man, we got worse and worse from that point on. It wasn't even worth watching after that. See, I think I said this and I gave this entire speech about how the Lakers should do a better job of letting us know when they're going to show up like this so we don't have to watch and waste our time as Laker fans. But they really came out here and gave zero effort from the beginning. Missed free throws, check. Not boxing out, check. Piss poor effort. Even Austin Reeves was trash tonight. 4 for 15 from the field, 1 for 10 from beyond the arc. Why in the hell are you shooting that many threes if you stinking it up? All right. Luka Doncic wasn't good either. He had 5 turnovers, 16 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. He has to do a better job of not turning the ball over and getting back on defense. Okay. The Jazz looked like this was their Super Bowl. They came out here and completely tried to embarrass us, man. And they did that. They did exactly that. They played with a chip on their shoulder. We did not. And I think that was the biggest difference in the ball game. Like when the Lakers come out here and expect teams to just, come out and give us the win, it's not going to happen. The Jazz got embarrassed by us in our house a couple of days ago. They spent the last 48 hours plot on how to get back, right? How to get back at us. And by the way, it's games like these when we're going to miss having an elite defensive big man like Austin Reeves because, boy, Anthony Davis. Because, boy, did we get destroyed. Right, we got absolutely destroyed by the Jazz in the paint. Listen, we made Lauri Markkanen and Walker Kessler both look like stars. We know Lauri Markkanen can get buckets, but 32 points, 5 rebounds on 11 for 18 shooting, and then Walker Kessler 16 points, 8 rebounds, 6 blocks. Y'all see why I wanted this man? He's an absolute hustle guy, and just somebody that I absolutely admire his play style. He doesn't need the ball a lot in his hands to make an impact. But he was really good. I'm going to get into Alex Len because y'all see the thumbnail. This motherfucker was absolute trash. I swear, Alex Len, he looked like he's been out of the league for 20 years the way he came out here. Now, it's only his first game, so I'm going to give him a little bit of grace. But he was only looking good versus the third stringers at the end. Outside of that, everybody and their mama came and got a layup. I think Walker Kessler's cousin came off the bench to get a layup. This makes me sick to my stomach. The effort by everybody. LeBron didn't show up. Luka and Austin, all of them were out. And of course, we didn't have DFS and Gabe Vincent either this game. The only one that I thought played halfway decent was Dalton. He looked like he had a chip on his shoulder. He came out here, smacked a couple of threes. So Dalton was the only one that kind of gave us a little bit of offense and somewhat of a mini run. He had 10 points, but even that wasn't good enough. Nothing was, man. Nobody got the 20 points, and it was all inefficient. Guys, it's the type of effort that makes me sick. The Lakers are better than this, right? Over on Instagram, Goody says, I don't think missing DFS and Vincent warrants this. It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. That is not an excuse for the way we play. We played like mega trash. It was not a fun game at all. They never gave us literally from start to finish. There was a couple of highlight plays from Luka, a couple of nice passes, but outside of that, there was nothing to really enjoy watching in this game. We never consistently pieced it together. We looked like we had mentally checked out and we were ready for All-Star break. Guys, if you're not going to play, call up my boy Stanley Johnson from the G League. Call up all the G Leaguers that deserve to play and give them all the minutes and bench the starters if they were going to check out. Might as well. DJ Williams says, I know Luka's a bucket, but I truly believe that he can be in better shape, and he loses focus because he's so busy complaining about no calls. Hopefully we tighten up after All-Star break. He's got to get used to it. I will say my criticism of Luka, get back. All right, don't complain. It's the Lakers. You're not going to get the same calls you were getting in Dallas at all. Right? The Lakers don't get those same calls, right? So he does have to get back. He's still not in basketball shape. Obviously he had the calf injury, and so even tonight he didn't play a lot. But Yeah, defensively, he's going to be okay. I think, and this is why I want a different starting lineup. I think Austin Reeves, LeBron, and him is not going to work together. Or should I say Austin Reeves, LeBron, him, and Rui. Two of those have to go to the bench, and I think naturally it'll be Austin Reeves and Rui, or at least one of them, at least Rui for DFS or something. But outside of that, again, this was not an impressive game at all by any means necessary. We came out here, we lay an egg. I think we expected them to just let us beat them or something. I don't know, but the Lakers didn't seem interested at all. Luka looks slow. Maybe he's still getting back into game shape. He is, but this is his game. I mean, it's not so much about speed with Luka. It's about a lot of the turnovers where simple little handoff passes, but the whole team entirely was doing it. But he did have 5. He needs to cut back on that because obviously he's still filling out the team. So I'm not going to be too critical on him. But it was not a good showing today for anybody. I don't think anybody played well at all. Just a low effort game overall from the team. Exactly. Hey, listen, I'm upset because Alex Len looked like he stole some money from the Lakers this game. And I know it's just one game, so I'm not going to overreact. But this guy was mega trash tonight. Everybody was dunking on him. I think I could have caught a dunk on him tonight. If somebody gave me a little boost or something, I probably could have got a dunk off of this dude, Alex Len. He was mega trash. Let's go look at his stats. Let's go see where we fail. I think Koloko would have given us better minutes. 22 minutes. I told you guys I don't want him playing more than 10 to 15. He was 2 for 5 from the field. He had 7 rebounds. Most of those were against third stringers. He had 4 points. But he again, it's just everybody that was dunking on him it was really bad. He had 1 block at the end versus the guys who never play, right? When the game was far and over. But again, this dude is going to be more of a backup or a third stringer. We might need to go get another big with that extra roster spot because what happened? Jackson Hayes got hurt, and look, Alex Len had to be our starter, and now right there, the game was over as soon as that happened. All right. This guy's been out of the league for a reason. It's not because he could come in and be a starting caliber center. I told you guys that when we acquired him. But he looked extra slow today. He looked older today. He I don't know. Maybe he needs to get in basketball shape as well. But I didn't like what I saw. He's already a guaranteed contract. So we're going to have to deal with it. But again, other matchups, maybe when they don't have that many bigs, he might kind of blend in a little bit better. But this matchup, they had Walker Kessler and Marketing looking like mega stars tonight. Like I really missed AD on this game, just for this game. He said the Lakers are a top 5 team in the free throw percentage. The fact that we missed a dozen tonight tells you all you need to know about their mental for this game. I hate that, D-Free. I don't understand it. You got to be professional through and through. Yes, you're looking forward to the All-Star break, but wait for that shit. You know what I mean? This is what JJ had to say on his thoughts on Alex Len. Fine, he said tonight is his debut, and he was put in a tough spot having to play so much after just joining the group. I don't think he was fine. I think JJ needs to be a little more honest about that one. I would have said, if I was JJ, I would have said, look, listen, he got cooked, but we're going to do a better job of preparing him so that he's better prepared next time. All right? We got to be straight up with these players. He got cooked. They were running a train on Alex Len, man. I felt bad for him. They was all lining up to dunk and lay it up in his face and catch fouls. He really didn't do anything impressive today, and that's just a fact. You guys want to sugarcoat it? Go elsewhere. This is just straight up facts. He was not good, but neither was the rest of the team, to be fair. Okay, so I'm going to give him grace this one game, but he cannot start anymore. Listen, I'd rather start Stanley Johnson at the 5 than start this man. All right, he cannot start anymore. Absolutely bully. Against backups, he might be okay, but against starters, oh, no. Oh, they were running circles around him. Everybody was like, lob me the ball. I got Alex Len on me. They were literally doing this right behind his back every single time. You would have think they're trying to go to heaven the way they're pointing at the sky. Nah. Listen, they was having a field day on this man, and they were just, you got to feel for him. First game back, welcome to the NBA again, Alex. Luka has a tendency to go to the rim on defense and gave up 3 to 4 wide open corner threes. Little things like that need to go. It's like Austin had that bad habit last year. They'll figure it out. With Luka, I think it's just a mix of the starting lineup. This is why I say either Rui or Austin or both have to go to the bench. You have to install DFS. At least DFS and one more defensive player there in the starting lineup. I would like DFS and Vando. That will offset a lot of what Luka's deficiencies are defensively and LeBron's, right? We cannot, like, defensively, we didn't stop anybody tonight, but that's because we didn't have a big once Jackson Hayes went out. And then we had Austin, who had a horrible night, by the way. Luka, horrible night, and LeBron, midnight. And all them dudes are not really elite defenders. They can play defense in spurts, right? So we got to figure that out, right, Tamika? We got to figure that out quickly because otherwise it's going to be ugly. But I still like our team a lot. But what we saw tonight was not good. All right, it was not good at all. All right, and I hope this isn't a foretelling of what's going to happen when we face big teams. That was always my concern. Right side, Bronny played okay, even though he was way over by then. Yeah, Bronny just needs to get his confidence up. He hit some threes. He had a nice little step back. I like what I saw there, but can't really take away too much from it unless it was versus actual bench players, not G leaguers. You know, I can't wait to see him actually do it. But this is how you build up. You build up little by little. Maybe his confidence is better next game, and so on and so forth. He's been doing good in the G League, so shout out to him for that. He said Len looked every bit as bad as expected. If you can get minutes on the Kings, if you can't get minutes on the Kings, they need another big. What do you expect? We really just missed Jackson, ironically. Yeah, we've been so hard on Jackson Hayes, and he's been so good lately. And now here we were getting exposed. That second half, we had no shot with Alex Len as the starting center. And I told you guys this. I'm expecting anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, 15 max. He got 22 tonight. Way too many. We got absolutely cooked. And also, that Walker Kessler to the Lakers looks really good now, doesn't it? Like, I've been wanting that to happen forever, and this is why. He would have been a perfect rim protecting big man. How many blocks again? 6 blocks tonight? Let me double check that. Yeah, way too many blocks on us. Man, he destroyed us, all right? Defensively, he met us at the rim every time. He was everywhere. He had 8 rebounds, 6 blocks, and 16 points. He was a plus 23 on his roster, man. Insane. And same thing with marketing. I mean, bigs are going to be a problem. Thank you so much, Jonathan, for Super Chat. He said, Len should be in prison with Diddy straight cheeks. Again, it's his first game, but yeah, he's not starting caliber big man. Like I told you guys, even when we acquired him, I don't expect him to start. I expect him to play depending on the matchups. Tonight was not a good matchup for him. These guys were bigger, more athletic, and quicker, and they can space the floor, so they kept pulling him out, right? And just he's flat-footed right now. He needs to get in shape because he was looking like a big version of Luka. A center version of Luka with all that body mass, and we can't have that. We can't have 2 Lukas out there defensively. It's just not going to be good, man. We can drop Len. No, his contract is guaranteed for the rest of the season, last I checked. Am I right, D-Free? But however, we can sign another big man. We have enough for another big man. Honestly, I'll be honest, after that performance by Len, I'd much rather have Debo, man. I'd much rather have my guy Jameson. I thought he's much better. Koloko even put in better minutes. But it's early, so again, I'm trying to give Len grace, but I'm sorry. I had to do him in with the thumbnail because he was that bad. It was that bad. Can drop Len, but that'll be the last move you can make for the rest of the season. 1 wave and 1 cut. Look, I'm not giving up on him based on 1 game. It's his first game back. I don't know how long he's been out of the league for. Is it months or whatever? Maybe he needs to get in shape as well. Maybe learn these schemes defensively and offensively. He's got good size, okay? That's about all I can say about him right now. I can't really speak too positively because he was that bad. But it's 1 game, small sample size. Granted, it was versus the Jazz. We just gave them their 13th seed. Worst part about tonight is that we slipped down in the rankings. We went down to 5, right? The good news, though, is that there's a cushion between 6 and 5, so we're going to be right there. We're going to be in that area. But, man, what a disappointing loss, and it couldn't get any worse than it was tonight. I mean, tonight was absolutely the ugliest loss. If you guys are with me on Instagram, make sure you guys tap in over on Playback, guys, or dare I say on YouTube, on my main channel. I'd appreciate you guys, but thank you for tapping in on Instagram as well. Damn, maybe we should have focused on getting a defensive shooting guard to start with Luka and then trade for a center. Maybe we'll get blessing on the buyout market, but I agree, bench AR and Rui. Yeah, this is something I had a real concern with, and I didn't think it would get exposed versus the Utah Jazz, DJ, but it did. It is what it is. Just goes to show how I'm not sure what you meant there. My guy, just goes to show how valuable Gabe and DFS are as glue guys on his team. As for matchups, this team always has 3 7-footers on the court at once. Not going to see that again. Yeah, that's the good news. I don't want to see anything like this. But I did mention how my only concerns in a potential playoff matchup was teams with size, which are the Thunder, ironically, and that's the scariest team. Obviously, the Denver Nuggets, and even the Timberwolves, because they have multi-bigs out there that can bully and do some damage. So those are the teams that can really be our kryptonite, but we got to figure out a way around them. If it ain't Alex Len, we still can do one more move. We can still cut one more player and use the prorated veterans minimum or whatever they call that thing with the new CBA to sign one more contract. I think I was focused on a wing. They might have to focus on another big. I'm dead serious. All right, one with more power, strength, and athleticism. Michael Puppin, appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for super chat. He says Luka needs to work with Boban Marjanovic. Boban is in shape 24/7. He's lean and muscular. They speak the same language and they are friends. That's not a bad take. However, we do have one king by the name of LeBron James, right? I don't think there's anybody better than that to learn work ethic from, and I think LeBron will get him right. He'll give him some advice. He respects LeBron. Well, he will listen. You can tell Luka has a small circle, which is his family, his personal trainers, etc. But he respects LeBron. That is, the cool part right there. I agree, John. Go give me Stanley the Manly Johnson. He's in the G League right now, playing for the South Bay Lakers. We could have ran some small ball tonight. He would have been decent. But again, I got to see more from him in South Bay to see how he's been doing lately. But I like what he can do if we need small ball. But again, tonight we got exposed in the paint. All right, without Jackson Hayes, we really didn't have anything, and that's not good. Yes, shout out to all the new members. Thank you so much, David, for purchasing all those memberships and blessing people with free memberships. And for everybody who purchased their own memberships, thank you guys as well, man. I appreciate the support to the channel. It does not go unnoticed. So again, thank you guys. Much love, man. Kessler, a generational Rudy Gobert type center, easily worth picks. Yep. Which is why since this summer, I've been on this case. Like I've been wanting the Lakers to move for him. I mean, he's worth it, man. He's worth it. We knew it. We've been talking about it all year long. And unfortunately, they did not budge, but we're going to have another shot this summer. And let's see if we can maybe get something done then. But, man, Len was bad. Len was so bad. And that's why I was devastated when the trade didn't go in for Mark Williams either, man. I was hoping he was healthy because he would have solved a lot of the issues we had tonight. A lot of them. Right? Let's see. Yeah, it was a trap game, and we fell in that trap for sure. Yeah, I think the ultimate look at center, the current roster is going to be small ball look. They're going to go down with that even against bigger teams. Then go give me Stanley Johnson because he can play some small ball. And we've seen him in the past. He's got a great core, upper body strength, all of that good stuff. So you know what? Go give me somebody like that right now. Just do it. Just do it. Our bigs don't fight for rebounds. Tony, what bigs? Alex Len was trash tonight. He didn't even play like a big. He played like a ghost tonight. It wasn't even Halloween, and my man wasn't even there, even though he was physically there, right? He was metaphorically out of the game completely. So again, a disgusting effort by the entire team, though, because they mentally checked out. And they did this again last year. Go back and look at the last couple All-Star, like before All-Star games. We usually check out. I hate it. I freaking hate it. It irritates me because I'm like, come on, guys, finish the job. You guys busted a nut right before you got to the 1 yard line. Like, don't do that. Get back on your job and do what you got to do. And again, if you look at the stats, they were ugly tonight. Let me go ahead and pull them up because, oh my goodness. Yeah, these stats were just, they tell the whole story entirely. Like the free throw missing, everything was just disgusting from beginning to end. And I couldn't wait for it to end. That's how bad it was. I could tell we weren't going to catch up from the beginning. But look, forget about the scoring and all that. The percentages off. All right, 6 for 13, Luka off. 6 for 13, LeBron. Both of your stars can't go 6 for 13. That's a low shooting percentage there. Reeves was even 4 for 15. And Rui was all right offensively, but defensively, he was bad. Look at the team stats real quick. We shot 44% from the field. We gave up 52. Why are we shooting 53s, y'all? Why did we shoot 53s? That was horrible. We only shot 17. Come on now. 53s? Disgusting. All right. And then free throws. Look at this. We missed 13 free throws. 13 of them things. Can you imagine if we make our free throws, then this game becomes interesting, or at least more of our free throws. 56% will never get the job done. Meanwhile, the Utah Jazz, who have only won 13 games all year and have lost 40, shot a whopping 78%. Like, that's ridiculous. Rebounds, out-rebounded. It's been an issue all year, okay? Defensive rebounds, again, got cooked. We got 31 assists, but you couldn't tell because, man, we came out cold. By dropping 119, guys, we should have won the game, okay? We gave up 131. Inexcusable. And the first 3 quarters, we lost the game. When we finally tried to play a little bit, it was too late. We never held them to under 25 in either quarter. Points in the paint, again, my biggest fear and our biggest weakness is the rim protection. They dropped 54 points in the paint to our 36. And that right there is the ball game for sure. Their largest lead was 25. We cannot go down 25 to the Jazz. I don't care what nobody says. You cannot. Right? So it is what it is, man. But I don't think this game was very telling of who we are as a team. It was more so we mailed it in one game before All-Star break. Just horrible. He said, yeah, you better get used to teams shooting above 43s now. Luka is going to put up 7 or 8 per game himself. In this one, the Jazz were in his own all game, and we settled. That's the key. I don't mind us shooting a lot of threes, but if you're not making them, you should adjust, and you should take the ball to the rim. We still have slashers, man. We still have people that can get to the free throw line and finish. For me, it's not so much the quantity, but it's just the fact that we missed 33-pointers. You missed 33-pointers, I don't want to see you shooting 53s, right? If you miss 23-pointers, I don't want to see you shooting 53s. You missing like 15, 16 3-pointers, okay, it's more plausible, but it's just bad, man. It was bad. It was a horrible showing right before we went to All-Star break. And now, again, the Lakers are in a bad position because we had a chance to make up some ground here. We're going to have a couple of – now I'm really worried about the next couple of games after the All-Star break. Hopefully we don't come out lethargic because if that's the case, look where we're at now. We are in the 5th, and this one hasn't updated yet, but we are the 5th seed right now, all right, because the Rockets beat us earlier this season, and they won tonight. So we are the 5th seed. This after winning 6 in a row. How the fuck you win 6 in a row? You come out and you lay an egg versus the Utah Jazz. It just, the math wasn't mathing tonight. We looked like we didn't want to be there. It's disgusting. Disgusting effort by the Lakers. Let's see. Tamika says, we looked like we didn't have chemistry tonight. Maybe too many new players that has to get used to playing together. That's definitely a factor, but I won't use that. I won't use that as an excuse, Tamika. Like, we really came out here and we shot ourselves in the foot. The turnovers were disgusting tonight. And Luka had 5 of them. So he's going to get better as we go because, he has to kind of find himself and continue to do what you got to do, right? And Luka has some impressive passes. He has some impressive plays, but he still hasn't – he's still not comfortable, whether that's due to his injury or the new players. He will get there. He will have that game when he's 30, 10, and 10. He'll have that game. It's only a matter of time, but it's a shame we couldn't have anything like that right now, even though he's on a minute restrictions. He got in foul trouble. Guys, teams are going to want to push the pace. If we got Austin Reeves, if we got Luka, and we got Rui out there and LeBron, we need to implement better defenders into the lineup for sure. But like I said, this game to me is not an indictment to who we are as a ball club. It's just a misstep. That's all it was, and a horrible one too. A horrible misstep. But we got to be so much better than this. That's for sure. The next game, we got to be better. By the way, just got the update shot to Kay Slays, who says folks can watch the South Bay on Hulu, ESPN Plus. So if you guys want to support my good friend Stanley Johnson, you guys can always watch South Bay there. Other games going around in the NBA, guys. Today, let's see if I can pull them up here. There was a lot of games that had inclinations to the Western Conference, and unfortunately, a lot of the teams that were supposed to lose won. Right now, the Mavericks are currently playing the the Warriors, and they're beating the Mavericks are actually beating them. So that tells you how unserious the Warriors are actually. But there you have it. Look, it's a 2-point game there. Warriors versus Mavericks. The Nuggets, unfortunately, beat the Trailblazers, who we got to play real soon. The Clippers are beating the Grizzlies right now. The Jazz, of course, beat the Lakers. That's horrible. The Kings beat the Pelicans. The Thunder beating the Miami Heat. The Timberwolves, losing to the Bucks. Pistons beating the Bulls. Cavs beating the Raptors. Like most teams that were supposed to take care of business took care of business tonight. Right, and the Lakers did it. Damn, this is a crazy scoring game. 149 or 148, man. Teams refuse to play defense in the NBA nowadays, so that's crazy between the Hawks and the Knicks. But again, we're gonna be better than this. We're gonna learn from this, and I can only hope that we never repeat this again. That's all. DJ says we will probably go on a good run after the break and get to the Western Conference Finals like in 2023. but our centers are trash. I'll take Robin Lopez and work out Dwight. If Alex Len was going to look like this, then I agree with you, bro. I would have took anybody else. Anybody else. Let's see. Rain Valor says Wolves lost to the Bucks team without Giannis and Dame. That's nuts, bro. That again, some teams just mentally checking out. The Wolves have been up and down all year. I'm a little shocked that they're this bad. I'm a little shocked. Let's see. Hell Caesar said everyone was just bad tonight. Our chemistry wasn't there. Maybe Len has something to do with it. He was. Listen, our plus minus was trash when he was out there. He was like we were like negative 19 or something like that. The Princess Dan, maybe it's just me, but I would start Gabe alongside AR. AR can run the second unit. That way we spread the offense well. I wouldn't mind Gabe, but I also want to bench Rui because Rui also sometimes defensively isn't there. I want more defenders in the starting lineup. Reeves was horrible, but so was everybody else. Can we return Alex Len? Apparently that would be our last move of the season because he's already making $700,000. They're going to hold on to Len. They're going to give him another opportunity. I think we should too. It's just it was a bad matchup tonight, and it was the first game we threw him out there. But boy, he got cooked. He was obliterated. This was not a good showing. If I had to make a decision, let's just say he had a 10-day contract, which he doesn't. He's guaranteed now. But if he had a 10-day contract, I would have said, listen, return to sender. Veto it. No. But unfortunately, he is locked in. Hopefully, he gets better from this, and he can maybe contribute off the bench. That's about all I can tell you guys about him. DFS needs to start JJ to open his eyes. I agree, man. I don't understand why Dorian Finney-Smith hasn't started many games this season, right? Let's see. Jay says, what up, Dan? What happened to the Lakers? I missed the game, but I see we lost. Jay, we were utter trash today, Jay. It was not even close. Like this game from the beginning, the vibes was off. We were turning the ball over. We were lazy. We do this often before the All-Star break, and what happened to Smith? What's Smith? You talking about Jackson Hayes? Who are you talking about? La Mamba. What's Lakers would use that money on Alex? Man, it was a bad pickup. It looks like right now, but again, let's see what happens. We need 2 wing defenders on the floor with the starters. Yep, agreed. This is why I'm all in favor. As much as I love Reeves, I'm all in favor to bench him alongside Rui, put in DFS and Vando, and I think it changes the dynamic of this team entirely. Now you got Jackson Hayes with LeBron, with Luka, with Vando, and with Rui. Better on the rebounds, better on the defense, scrambling, turning into transition buckets. Also, DFS has amazing chemistry with Luka. I would love to see it. DFS was out with an injury. I didn't really read too much into it this game. I thought they were just being precautious. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, but he was out for precautionary reasons. But yeah, I'm just going to take a wait-and-see approach. I'm sure JJ will make adjustments, especially if they come out with this effort. But we really missed Gabe Vincent and DFS tonight. Still not an excuse to get blown out by the Jazz. Even if they were in there, we still would have lost if we came out with this effort. Thank you, Kimiko. Appreciate it. Hayes had some sort of a contusion. Was it his nose, his face? I don't know. But he had an injury. He was out for the rest of the game. So that was unfortunate because we actually missed him. I never thought we'd say this, but we actually missed his energy, his hustle, and his defense. So Jackson Hayes, get well soon, man. Let's see. Albert says, Dad, this shows us size and lack of chemistry will be our downfall in the playoffs. It didn't show us much for the playoffs because LeBron didn't even put on his best game. Luka didn't have his best game. AR didn't have his best game. What it showed me was these guys were ready for All-Star break. I can't really take this take and say, yeah, this is the Lakers cemented, because it's not. It was just a horrible game for everybody. Nobody really stepped up. I can't say, oh, this player played his heart out and he didn't have no help today. I can't say that because everybody was bad today in unison, right? In unison. Luka is off the ball a lot with this team, which is to be expected, but I think they need to bring Austin off the bench to make it work better. Yes, thank you. This might be one of the few times me and my good friend D Free agree on something. Austin off the bench, please. Love Austin. I want him to be a primary ball handler off the bench. Also, I want Luka to be more on ball. I agree with you, bro, because every time he's on ball, amazing things happen. Did you see those behind the back passes? The one he had to Austin all the way to the three-point line when he drew in the defense completely was beautiful. But I can't even rave about it because we got smoked. I won't even repost because we got smoked. Right? We can't rebound for the playoffs. Again, we need Vando in the starting lineup. I think eventually his minute restrictions will be lifted. I'm just afraid he'll re-aggravate something. If Vando gets hurt, there goes our season. We need Vando out there at all times. Same thing with DFS. The combination of both of them is elite. I think they should both start. Again, my starting lineup, and it has been this before I even seen Luka play for the Lakers. Luka at the point, right? DFS at the 2. I always said LeBron at the 3, Vando at the 4, and Jackson Hayes at the 5. Since the trade failed, we need more defense in the starting lineup, right? We don't have Williams. We didn't get him. He failed the physical. So now we need unison for defense. I've been said it for a while. We had some callers make some good points about why they wouldn't switch the starting lineup. But eventually, I think we're going to see some sort of iteration of that. They've been running a lot of down screens and stuff for him, which is pretty weird to see. Definitely going to take some time to adjust for everyone. It is, and that's normal, right? It is going to take time for adjust for everyone. But tonight, we just settled, man. I really didn't see the effort. I really didn't see us actually get out there and play with heart. It was disgusting, man. It truly was, and we need to see more effort from this Laker team, especially right before the All-Star break. By the way, I will be covering All-Star Saturday on Playback, so make sure you guys don't stay back, man. Tap in on Playback. Thank you, Kimiko. I'm pretty sure she already posted it. And also check out the new channel, Quick Takes. More content coming there on different sports subjects. Eventually, we will be live over there, so make sure you guys follow that channel. It's on my main page under channel highlighted, so go check that out. See, Robert's stock rate is better than double. Look, I don't want to overreact to it, but it was ugly. Len looked bad. I mean, I didn't think I'd be making my thumbnail crossing him out in his first stint, but it was that bad. I had to do it. I got to keep it honest with the people. I felt that way. Like I felt like return to center. Can we amnesty that one? Can he fail the physical, please? Like that's what I was thinking the entire time watching him play. Like, man, bro, like Len, you were much better the last time I seen you. Now you come to the Lakers and you know he went from Alex Len to Alex Glenn. Like this dude, I don't know. He looked big. He looked stocky. It was all bad. Luka should be the #1 ball handler. He will be, Liz. I'm sure he will. Good things just happen when he has the ball in his hands. Now tonight he didn't make all the best decisions. He had some horrible turnovers. He's gonna learn from it though. And in order for him to learn, he's got to make those mistakes. So it's one of those ugly ones he had to get, you know, out of his way. Let's see. Watch this. Some Jazz teams lose to the Clippers the next. Listen, everybody wants to show up to the Lakers, especially since we got Luka. We're gonna have a target on our back. That's to be expected. We cannot expect teams to, you know, like roll over and just do nothing. I mean, they got whooped. If you have any sort of pride, they got blown out by us in our house. They wanted to do the same to us, and congratulations, they did. This was their Super Bowl. They couldn't sleep probably the last 2 games trying to figure us out. They sped up the tempo. Jordan Clarkson, again, ex-Lakers, always cooking, man, but the 2 big men were the Achilles heel. Let's see. Vando was quietly pretty subpar in these 2 games against Utah. He sometimes could get marginalized if the opponent doesn't have star perimeter player, and his value is cut in half. Yeah, because he doesn't give us anything offensively. That's why. You know, he didn't give us shit offensively. But the good news is Vando's so elite when we play against elite teams that we can throw a defender out there. Just amazing, man. Didn't expect it. Hey, listen, the Lakers are like this, man. They have been playing great basketball. We had won 11 out of our last 13, now 11 out of our last 14. We now get relegated to 12 games over 500 instead of 13. That's fine. We'll be fine. We're still on pace for 50-win season, which I have predicted even before the Luka trade. But most importantly for me, what I want to see addressed moving forward is how we're going to match up with these teams that have multiple bigs. How are we going to do it? We need somebody with energy. I like Debo. Heck, Stanley Johnson. If we really want to play small ball, my brother's down there in South Bay right now. Go get him. He can play small ball. He can switch. He's another defensive wing we could have thrown out there tonight. But we will be okay. Okay, we won 6 games in a row. This is our first loss. It's going to happen. It's a long season. I was hoping we kept building on it, but remember the last time we lost to Philly, that was a dud too, and that was coming off of I think it was it a back-to-back? No, I think we had played 3 games in 4 nights. But again, no excuses to lose those games. This is the second worst loss of the season, next to that Philadelphia 76er game, right? So We got to figure stuff out, but we'll be fine. Yes, we will be fine, Liz. We will be totally fine. Not too concerned about it, but the only thing is that concerns me is the lack of big men depth. As soon as Jackson Hayes went out, the game was over. And that does concern me. Right, guys? For sure. Moses Brown, go get him. Sure. Stanley Johnson, go get him. Just give us a different look because we need more depth at the center position. Alex Len is not him. He might be solid for like 10 to 15 minutes max off the bench. But there might be games where you can't play him at all because they got mobile bigs and he's going to get cooked. That's what I started to see, right? Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Kimiko. Yes, and make sure you hit the like button as well. I do appreciate it, guys. I wanted to even open up the phone lines. We get 350 likes in here, man, right now. So, yeah, let's do it, whatever it takes. We got about to the 45-minute mark to get those likes. Otherwise, I will be logging off. All right, it says the Dallas loss was frustrating too, Dan. Well, I didn't really see that one, but if they lost, I mean, so be it. Dallas is going to struggle to get wins. They're down 3 big men as well. Teams with no big men struggle in this league, which is why the Lakers have to figure that out sooner rather than later, right? We thought Len can provide some energy in minutes. Nope. He's looking like he's been out of the league the last 10 years. I low-key think, even though I don't want Dwight, I low-key think Dwight would have, I think he would have been better. Oh, the game isn't over? Oh, okay. Misinformation in the chat. Noted. Who's winning that game right now? Oh, it's tied, guys. It's tied at 35. It's tied at 107. So, yeah, let's see who wins that game. But the good news is that this video is brought to you guys and sponsored by Prize Picks. And guess what, guys? We won 2 out of the last 3 entries. So your boy's starting to get on a heater. I think it's in your best interest to download the app, use promo code DTLF and win free money. Look, I just turned $5 into 50 right here. So yeah, shout out to Prize Picks. It is definitely a surefire way to multiply your money, especially if you know hoops or if you follow somebody like me who knows hoops. I think around this time of the year it becomes more predictable, right? Teams are starting to get an identity. Early in the year and late in the year is probably the best time to win the most money. So remember, again, promo code DTLF will get you guys a $50 credit with your first $10 deposit and play. So don't you forget it. All right, TW Money, appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you so much. Let's see. South Bay lost 102 to 109. Just a bad night, huh? Just a bad night tonight. That's all it was. I'm referring to Lakers versus Dallas game a few weeks ago. Alberts. Oh, okay. I think you were talking about this one, bro. My bad. Yeah, because a lot of people were talking about this game right here. He said, I'm not downloading Prize Picks until Reeves and Rui out of the start. Chosen. Don't make me laugh, bro. That was the funniest comment yet. Gotcha. But yeah, for everybody else that wants to win money, download Prize Picks. Y'all know what it is. All right, let's see. Comments, questions, concerns. Where we at on the likes, Kimiko? If you could hit me with that info, because from StreamYard, I can't really see it. Len needs a good talking to. Yo, he was just disgusting tonight. I couldn't believe my eyes. He was worse than I ever imagined. He wasn't my favorite target. Obviously, my favorite target was, well, actually, I think Debo from the pieces we got. Debo. I definitely would have liked Larry Nance Jr., but he got hurt. He's out 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah. We got 129 likes. Oh, no, we got to get that up. Come on, chat. Let's get that up there. Let's get that up there and see if we can open up the phone lines. Let's get to 300. I'll lower the bar. He said, what's important is if we lose 1, we need 3 to 4 more. After that way we won't slide in the standings. We can't win every game anyways. That's true. But I still expected us to win these type of games for sure. Oh, Dallas is up. Thank you guys for the updates. Moses Brown would have been solid. He was a top 3 option for me. Moses Brown would have been very solid. I agree, Liz. Not enough time for the game plan? Maybe, but defensively, he should have did a lot better. To be fair, the block shots he had in Phoenix or wherever else he played, Sacramento, he had a nice block in like the second quarter, and they called it a foul. The refs, the officiating was utter trash. Still not going to use that as an excuse because we were utter trash. So it was just bad all the way around. It was just bad. Let's see. Shandle says, low-key wish Larry Nance was available. I'd take Daniel Tice, to be honest. Any of those guys probably would have been better. But, again, this is who we're stuck with now. We got to make the most of it. I'll give Len time to condition with the team. Yeah, we got to. It's only his first game, chat. Granted, it was a Freddy Krueger-esque game, but it was only his first game. Clippers whooped on the Grizzlies. Damn. Okay. That'll help us catch up to them a little bit. But, I mean, we didn't gain any ground with this loss tonight. For sure, T-Money. This was for sure the Utah Jazz Super Bowl. And that's what really pisses me off. That's what really – every team comes out here and plays their absolute best against our Lakers. It's going to happen every night too. So we got to get used to it. Yeah, we have no update on Jackson Hayes yet, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's the bad news. Hopefully it's nothing to keep him out for too long because we're going to need that brother for sure. I mean, he's the last of the front line. Last of the front line. Let's see. Oh, John Morant was out? That explains why they lost to the Flippers. That's just luck then for them, huh? What about Colin Castleton? Can we bring him back? I'm not sure they're going to take a flyer on him. I'm not sure they're going to give him a chance. We only have one roster move to make for the rest of the year, and then we're done. Whether that's Goodwin or Stanley Johnson or, as you mentioned, Castleton. And Castleton, to be honest, never looked impressive playing versus NBA players. He only looked good in the G League or in the Summer League or in the training camp. He looked all right. But outside of that, whenever he would play actual NBA minutes versus NBA teams, he looked horrible. Why did Luka play 23 minutes? For one, he was horrible tonight, but that's not the reason. He was on minute restrictions. He's been on that. They're trying to ease him back from his calf injury. But think about it. He put up a good number of stats, even though he didn't technically have a good game. That's how effortless it is for him to put up big numbers. And he's still got to be better, though, right? A lot better on both ends. But the 5 turnovers was kind of cringe in 23 minutes. So we got to, get that up. Jazz pathetic. They probably pouring water on one another thinking it's champagne. It was bad, bro. This was a nightmare loss. I thought for sure we're going to win this game. Nightmare loss. Let's see. Alex Len was way too high and got backdoored at about 5 times. Seems, bro, he played like he hadn't played in the last 10 years. I don't understand how somebody could look that bad. You would think he's hungry. He's been out of the league. He's going to come in here and do the right thing. But nah, man, he was just, he looked bad, bro. From beginning to end, he looked disgusting. And I hope that gets better because otherwise he's going to be unplayable, right? And he's going to be just like Christian Wood, just holding a roster spot. If this was the case and Alex Len was going to look like this, I would prefer that we held on to Christian Wood because he's more mobile. I don't know how the knees are going to look. But before the knee surgeries, he was better at finishing. He could space the floor. He could do more things than Len. Yeah, he was bad. Reeves, he was 1 for 10 from beyond the arcs. This is one of his worst games of the season for sure. But the one thing about Reeves is he will bounce back. I didn't like the game at all that he had for us. It didn't help in any way, shape, or form. But again, 90% of the roster looked like they mentally checked out for surely. Let's see. Mavs have a chance to win if Max makes his free throws. Okay. So you mean to tell me Max Christie's about to clutch it out, man? I'm proud of him. I'll tell you. Max Christie has looked really good. And I think Jason Kidd has taken notice. And he is about to, carve out his role, regardless of whoever's playing. P.J. Washington doesn't matter. Klay Thompson doesn't matter because Max Christie is that kid, man. And I'm proud of him. And we actually missed him tonight in the perimeter. His defense would have been clutch. Hey, Max at the foul line hits both of his free throws. Let's go. Listen, Max has grown into such a phenomenal young player and mature as well. The way he answered, the way he handled the media and everything, I would say the Lakers lost, but Max Christie won. So major shout out. Awesome. So there you go. Hey, at least, at least the Warriors lost. That always makes us feel good. He's got 17 points. That kid has arrived. Good for him, man. Good for him. Now, I won't say this. He's definitely there will never be another Kobe Elite Euro Garage, but he's a very good young player. That's for sure. If he ever gets his handles right, that was about the last thing I needed from him. His handles will open up his jump shot, his layup package. He's got the explosiveness, his athleticism, the quickness, the first step. He has it all. Defensively, he's got the IQ. Only thing that's lacking for him is a good ball handling mechanics, right? That's about it. Shout out to the Mavs for winning, and shout out to everybody who tailed me on Prize Picks tonight, guys. That's gonna wrap it up for me. I do appreciate you guys for tapping in. Please hit the like button. I keep you guys posted. Follow me on Playback because I will be covering some of the All-Star Game events like the dunk contest, three-point shootout, stuff like that. So follow me over there if you guys want to tap in and have a good time. Otherwise, you know, if anything breaks, you know where to find me, guys. Please enjoy your All-Star weekend. And thank you guys so much. Shout out to Kimiko for all the hard work she's done, and all my members, subscribers, and everybody who hit the like button. Thank you guys again. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.